Michael Pryor. This section of your course is looking at internal analysis. So this falls at the beginning of your strategic development model. For the vast majority of human existence, it was safe to assume that the world in which you died would look pretty much the same as the one you were born. However, this is not the case today. It's changing so rapidly, it's so dynamic. Computer processing speed is now doubling every 30 months according to Moore's law. This is just one manifestation of the greater trend that all technological change is occurring at an exponential rate. Energy. Solar power, which relies on nanotechnology, will be cheap enough and powerful enough to power the entire world within 20 years. Neuroscience. Projects to reverse engineer the brain will construct a full synthetic model by 2029, giving us greater insight into how the brain thinks. Genetics. Within 10 years, we will all have digital copies of our genome, leading to medical therapies which are personalized to our individual genetic makeup. Nanotechnology. As robots get smaller and smaller, we'll be able to insert them into our bodies to repair damaged or aging tissue. Change is inevitable. Without change or innovation, an organizational system will die as external forces and the environment around it change and evolve over time. Moore's law is actually slowing. The chip industry has kept Moore's prediction alive, with Intel leading the charge. But Intel pushed back its new transistor technology from 2016 to late 2017. The company has also decided to increase the time between future generations. The world's largest chip maker and Intel have suggested silicon transistors can only keep shrinking for 5 years. So it's not the end of the process though. Everyone agrees that the twilight of Moore's law will not mean the end of progress. Think about what's happening to airplanes. A Boeing 787 doesn't go any faster than a 707 did in the 1950s. But they are very different airplanes, with innovations ranging from full electronic controls to a carbon fiber fuselage. That's what's happening with computers. Innovation will absolutely continue, but it will be more nuanced and complicated. Future strategic success. 21st century economic winners are those that find non-equilibrium business opportunities. Money is made during the dynamic transition and disruptive stage when change is introduced into the market and the market equilibrium is upset. As a strategic executive, your goal is to find those situations where it's possible to change the industry. So success in a dynamic business environment is built on the drive for constant dynamic transition and disruptive innovation. In the case of the music industry, the dynamic changes happen between records, tapes, CDs, iTunes, and SoundCloud. At each point in this change, a disruptive, innovative change was made. Internal analysis, questions we have for you in terms of your organization. What do we do best? What are our company capabilities that lead the industry? What are our most valuable resources? How are we different from our competition? So take a few minutes to think about these 4 questions in terms of your organization or your client's organization. So we'll now move on to SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses internally, and externally, opportunities and threats. So the SWOT analysis for your strengths, some of the different items to think about in terms of analyzing your organization are the assets, financial, technology, intellectual property, a distinctive competence that you have related to your intellectual property, a strong financial position, your managers, proprietary technology, cost and value advantages, internal functions, your well-developed strategies, Are you flexible and agile? Motivated employees, distribution customer base, or your MIS system. So these are some of the things to think about in terms of your internal strengths when you're analyzing these aspects. In terms of the weaknesses, some of these are very similar in terms of your financial capabilities and technology, intellectual property. Some companies have no strategic vision or a confused strategy. Deteriorating production or manufacturing facilities, weak track record of actually implementing a strategy, high turnover in terms of human resources, many competitive disadvantages, self-defeating attitudes in terms of the staff and management, missing key strategic competences, weak corporate culture, inadequate management strength, slow learning curve, or in the worst case, no research and development. So these are some of the weaknesses you may want to look at in terms of your organization. So going through some of these individual items, if we look at the organizational performance, we look at people, capital, research and development, innovation, stakeholder value, and customer satisfaction. And we're going to run through just a few of these. Customer value. You'll notice on this slide, everything is unique. If you're not unique, you have no value to offer to your customer. Unique design, unique services, unique pricing, unique bundling, unique delivery and distribution, unique manufacturing. Where is the value, and what is the value you're delivering to your customer? Business functions. It's often talked about there's 4 P's in marketing: product, pricing, promotion, and placement. However, in the current technological age, there may be a 5th one: public relations or social media. So social media is a key value add in terms of promotion and placement, and also with pricing as well, depending where you place it. So you may want to consider social media as one of your key marketing functions. Manufacturing. You look at plant design, materials handling, global and national outsourcing, inventory and sales relationship, turnover, quality, etc. Sales forecast, sales tracking, productivity, sales management. How does the management add value to your organization? Sales volume, market share, distribution systems, and network viability. Sales force compensation, field support. So again, all of these aspects relate to sales. Finance, again, you look at the different aspects of finance. You can look at cash flow, accounts receivable, shareholder value, ROE, ROA, quick ratios, etc. And again, a 5-year projection looking out into the future. So all of these items have to be analysed in terms of your internal analysis. Management information systems. Again, just some of the things to think about: design effectiveness and efficiency, integration with user needs, and these could be your internal or external user needs, integration within the organization, integration with strategic management, and the real-time integration of information quality. Is it real-time information? How fast you move that through the system? Operations, location, logistics, facilities, communications, security, office processes. Research and development. This is very important in terms of technology leadership, R&D, marketing, the link to your customers, new product success, product conception and delivery, cycles of effectiveness and efficiency. So all of this has got to do with research and development. Intellectual property. Some of the things to think about in terms of what adds value to your organization: the brands, the technology, different contracts you have, different formulas, a specific manufacturing process or certification, external partnerships you have within the industry and outside the industry. Do you have joint ventures that add value to the product or services you produce, and different licensing and patents? So questions. What is the current competitive advantage you have as an organization, and will these change in the future? Again, some of these items listed on this slide were in the previous slides. But what is your competitive advantage? Do you understand what that is? Is it the brand, the competencies you have, key success factors, total quality management, TQM, speed chains like Amazon, can you deliver it overnight? Research and development, access to capital, people, intellectual property. What makes you different from everyone else? What is your competitive advantage? And what are your key internal success factors? Is it your people? Is it your ability to innovate? Is it the technology you've integrated into your organization? Product development, your ability to manufacture efficiently, distribution and market reach, customer services you provide, customer relationships, advertising, intellectual assets and intangible assets. So again, think about what are your key internal success factors?